Now, many people are going to look at this video and wonder, why did he play music before saying anything? Well, that song has a lot to do with what this video is going to be about. The name of it is Damage by Fit for Rivals, and in it she's saying, don't know anything about me. Well, that's how a lot of people who claim to know me are. You don't know anything about me. Most people refer to me as Bolen. Very few refer to me as Matt or Matthew. Now, to understand why people refer to me as Bolen, as a little bit of a backstory. Back in high school, I used to get picked on, I used to get teased, and all kinds of other things because I read all the time, I didn't talk, and I hung out with a very small clique of friends that were basically the outcasts of the school. The what everybody called gothic crowd. There were two Matthews in this group. Me, Matthew Bolen, and then the other one, Matthew Kurtz. Now, everybody referred to him as the Jew, and to me as Bolen. Now, this started out as a nickname at first, but eventually became, what's the terminology I'm looking for? A persona of mine, per se. Bolen is the guy that is always wild, crazy, isn't scared of anything, will take anybody on anytime, the loudmouth, the hard ass. Not many people know Matt. Everybody knows this persona, Bolen. And for the longest, this is the person I wanted people to know. I wanted them to know the tough ass, the mean person, the vindictive person. Because I was so full of anger and rage that I wanted everybody to know I was angry. I was so unhappy I wanted to make everybody around me that I could unhappy. I wanted to get back at the people that had bullied me, that had picked on me. So I became the bully. I became the person that started picking and starting fights and getting back at the people that had done wrong by me, and that in itself was wrong. Now, the funny part of having this persona, this other personality, is being bipolar, which that has nothing to do with having a personality, but it worked well to have this other persona because I could always hide my bipolar disorder with this persona. I could cover up my constant changes of mood behind a mask. I could cover up the sadness with anger. I could cover up the misery with anger. And even when I would fluctuate into moods of happiness, I would still, for some reason, cover it with anger. Because everybody knows with bipolar disorder, your moods are constantly fluctuating, so on and so forth. But that's not the point of this video. It's not to explain my disorder to you. It's to explain several other things. And it got to the point that few people quit referring to me as Matt. It just started calling me Bolen, because that's what I wanted. I quit letting people see Matt, the person that you could tell was hurt, the person that you could tell needed help, because I didn't want anybody's help when I needed it. I always wanted to be the person that I was the tough ass. You could bring your problems to me, I would listen, and if I could, I would fight your battles for you. I didn't ever want people to know I was defenseless. I couldn't fight my own battles, let alone theirs. So I always fought their battles for them. I always covered up my problems and let them grow and grow, and kept my feelings bottled in until the point that it's poisoned my life. It's poisoned my relationships. I'm starting to let the anger go and all, but it's hard. I still have times where I flip out for little reasons and take it out on the wrong people. Thankfully, I got out of the self-harm that I would also cover up, because I didn't want anybody to know, because that was part of Matt. That wasn't part of Bolen. That wasn't part of what I wanted to make myself out to be, a person that was hurting so much that they were hurting themselves just to deal with the pain inside. They were putting it on the outside. I didn't want people to know this. I didn't want what I would consider, would have considered, the pity. But thankfully now, thanks to my sister and watching her friends' videos, and thanks to my wonderful girlfriend and my caring friends and my family that actually does care, like my mother and father, Bolen is starting to recede, and Matt is starting to claw his way back out. I don't cover my emotions as much anymore. When I need help, I discuss it now. If something happens that I need advice on, I ask for it. I don't keep it all to myself. I keep some stuff to myself, but I don't keep it all to myself. And I'm slowly starting to let go all the anger of being rejected for the music I listen to, and so on and so forth. If you watch my other Heartseeker videos, you'll understand the other stuff that's happened, some of the other things that have happened in my life. I haven't said everything that has happened in my life, because some things are too personal and don't need to be put out there. I'm sure everybody can relate to that. But anyways, Bolen's starting to recede and Matt's starting to come out. Now, just because Matt comes out, people are still going to call me Bolen, because that's what they know me as now. That's what I answer to certain friends. Does that mean the Bolen persona is still around? Not as much anymore. It's starting to go away. I mean, Bolen is my last name, but it was also a guise, a persona, to hide hurt and just be angry and stuff like that. But people were still going to call me Bolen because that's what they like calling me. I'll answer to them by it. But that persona is starting to slip away. And the real me, that a very few select few have gotten to see, people like my mother, my father, my sister, and now my current girlfriend, get to see the real me, the 100% real me that doesn't hide anything and lets it out and asks for help, is starting to come out. And the anger is starting to flow away. Happiness has come back into my life, and things can only go up from here. I thank you. I hope you have a good night. This has been Matthew Bolen, also known as The Light, and may the light always shine upon you.